Oh, well, Casey invited me over for the powwow about the wedding plans tonight. Since you live there, you're the matron of honor, the daughter of the bride. I assume you'll be there.
Yeah,
You didn't forget, did you? I'm still the best man, you know.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, sis. Heading for the hotline, huh?
No, but I just talked to Dr. Michaels about it. Hey, listen, Casey asked me to stop by tonight. You guys will both be there, right?
Well, I guess we will be.
Franny, I'm sorry about Rod.
Yeah, what about him?
Oh, I thought you would have heard,
No, I've been in classes all day. What?
Well, he just got out of surgery. He took a bullet when he was rescuing Lily Walsh.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
What is this?
James Steinbeck kidnapped Lily Walsh as some leverage over Lucinda, and Rod happened to find out where he was keeping her, and he helped her to escape, and then Nick Costello shot him in the back.
Dad, listen, I just heard about Rod. Is he going to be all right?
Surgery went well. Next 24 hours will be critical.
Well, has somebody notified his mother?
Well, she's in the waiting room with the Snyders.
Okay, excuse me, I'm
Any news about Andy and Paul?
Rusty?
Well, John invited them both up to the place to do some tennis and some riding. I was supposed to go too, but I couldn't get off from work. So as far as I know, they're up there having a good time, and John is with them.
Well, that's one mystery solved. I'm going to call Barbara. I know she'll be relieved.
Okay.
Andy and Paul came out here?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Well, that's what Matthew said. Said they played tennis for a little while, and they took the horses to go for a ride.
How long ago was that?
Oh, I don't know, about a half an hour. What's going on?
I've got to stop them.
Hey, what's wrong with you now?
I've got to stop them. They can't go anywhere near the ridge.
Tell me
John,
what's
I have
going
to
on here now.
I've got to call the police. I've got to call the state.
Why?
Because if they go near the ridge, James will kidnap Paul.
James? Do you really think your mom would have killed your dad?
Andy, I don't know. I can't be sure of anything. Especially now that Dad's back in town. I just can't take any chances of things getting out of hand.
But you've got your mom's bullets from her gun. What if she needs protection?
Well, she won't need protection. My dad won't hurt her.
Well, how can you say that after what he did to Lily and Rod Landry?
My mom has police protection. Besides, she knows absolutely nothing about guns.
And you do. You're just the expert on
As a matter of fact,
guns.
yes, I do. I took a year of marksmanship at Hillsborough, and I was the top marksman in my class. Thank you very much.
So what happens when she finds the bullets are gone? She's gonna know that you took them.
No, she won't.
Why not?
Well,
Hello, Paul.
The Emmy Award winner, As the World Turns. This portion brought to you today by Tide. On some of your toughest laundry problems, Tide won't quit till your clothes come clean. And by Ultra Pampers, the diaper with the lock-away core. Even when they're wet, they're dry.
How do you know what James Steinbeck is?
Let's forget about explanations, John.
No,
To
you
move,
explain to me
move
right
fast.
now. Right now.
All right. James has been calling me. He's been threatening me. Today, he wanted me. I was supposed to arrange it so that the boys would go up and ride on the ridge so that he could kidnap
Why
Paul.
don't you tell me these things?
John, he kidnapped Lily. He threatened to kill Craig. John, where are you going?
I can't let the boys up there with a madman.
John, don't go alone. John, you need... John! Oh, God. Hello, police headquarters. I want to speak with Margot Hughes. I don't care then. It doesn't matter who I talk to. This is an emergency.
You're sure that Paul went out to Lucinda's?
They were headed over there when they left Memorial. I just thought you'd be relieved to know.
Yes, I am, and I'm going to go out there right now.
Barbara, really, I think they'll be fine. They're at Lucinda's with John.
Do I need to remind you, Margot, that your man did not see my son leave this place?
Well, I think the police guard could hardly be faulted. After all, the boy he was trying to protect did sneak off in the back of a delivery truck. Is Hal there?
Yes, he's out front talking to the guard.
Fine. Could you have him call me at Memorial Hospital, please? Have him page me.
As soon as I see him.
Paul's okay?
Yes, Paul is fine for right now, but who knows what James has in mind. Now, listen, I don't want to leave you here, but you know where the gun is in case you need it.
Barbara, I really don't think that James is going to hurt me that way.
I remember when I used to believe that.
Hi.
Hi. Apparently, Paul and Andy have gone out to Lucinda's, and I'm going to go out there, too.
All right. I'll go with you.
Bye.
I want you to stay by the phone. I'll be calling you to let you know where to meet me and Paul. Then the three of us will be on our way for a fabulous new life together.
What are you doing here?
I came to take you away, just like I said I would.
I told you I'm not going away with you.
It's only because your mother's been brainwashing you with all the lies about me. Once we get away, you're going to be glad that I rescued you.
No, I know now, Dad. You did kidnap Lily. You told me it was a lie, and now I know it's the truth.
I didn't hurt Lily. I only did it so Lucinda would help me get you.
And what about Rod Landry?
I told you over the phone. That was all Nick's doing.
And Nick works for you. He makes every move because of you.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Now you love Emily. You trust Emily. Do you think that she would be going away with me?
I'm not so sure she is, Dad. I talked to her this
No. Emily loves me.
So do I, Dad, but that doesn't mean I want to live the same kind of life you do. Always on the run, never settling down, never having friends. I tried it up at the steward's cabin. I don't want that kind of life for myself.
It's gonna be different. It's gonna be different, Paul. I promise it'll be different.
Believe him, Paul.
Well. President Dr. Dixon. Or should we call you Mr. Walsh now?
Come on, boys. Go on back to the house. Lucinda's called the police, and if she hasn't, I want you to...
No. Lucinda has not called the police. She has much too much to lose.
No, you lose this time. I knew you were crazy, but I never thought you'd come back here. It's over for you. You must know that.
It's over for me? No. You didn't think I'd come back here? I've been back here for months now. Why don't you ask your wife? Why don't you ask her about all the rendezvous we've had, huh?
Come on, boys. Let's go back to the house.
Paul.
Come on, Paul.
You do not order my son around. Paul is exactly where he wants to be.
Fine. Andrew isn't. You go on home now, Andrew. Come on.
Dad?
Get the hell out of here! I told you to get out!
Dad, stop! Don't, Dad! Don't! Get it! Dad, stop it!
Dad, stop! Dad! Dad, stop it! Dad, please! Dad, stop! Dad! No! Dad, don't, please stop! Put that down, I'll go anywhere with you, Dad, please, put it down, please. Come on, put it down, let's go, come on, I'll go anywhere with you, we'll start that new life you've been talking about. Come on.
Well, I'm sure Barbara was relieved to hear that Paul's okay.
One would think so, but she seemed a little bit hysterical. She's heading out to the centers right now.
I don't blame her. She has to know James is back now that he kidnapped Lily.
If she didn't know before.
Well, even if she did, I think Dusty's right. Knowing that he did kidnap Lily would make her even more terrified for Paul.
I don't need any more people defending Barbara. If she really wanted to protect Paul, she should have gone to the police to begin with.
Where's Lily now?
Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna go talk to her.
Are you ready to head home? To your mom's?
No, I'm expecting a call from the station.
Okay, then I'll see you down there. Bye-bye, Dad.
See you, Sam. The risk of adding fuel to the fire, Kim and I are pretty worried about Barbara, too.
I'm sorry. It's just I'm very frustrated. We know James is out there and we can't seem to get him, and I don't blame Barbara for being scared.
Well, she is pretty close to the edge. At the house the other day, she said she'd like to see James dead if she had to kill him herself.
Well, I don't think she's the only one that feels that way.
So, you look better. I mean, I could see you're feeling better. You look more comfortable. You look better.
I'm still a little shaky.
Really?
So, yeah.
So,
Here comes Glenn.
Sir, all right.
that's what we need.
Did you get all your calls done?
Yeah, I did, and I got some good price quotes on the cattle also.
Oh, this is Dutch Donovan. I don't know if you met Miss Lance Whitaker.
Hey, glad to meet you.
How are you?
You're the guy who Brought Lily to Grace's in the first place, aren't you?
That's me.
Thanks. She's a hell of a girl. Listen, heard a lot about you. All good?
Heard a lot about you, too.
He drove Holden's car back for us.
Yes, he did. So, when you going back to Wyoming, Lance?
Well, I'll tell you the, excuse me. Thank you. Sorry. I got some business to attend to yet at the stockyard, so I figured that I'd, book myself into the best hotel in town, take you all out to dinner tonight, and then fly out in the morning.
Actually, I don't think Lily's in very good shape for that. She's been through a lot today.
I feel just the opposite. I think that it would be great for you. Some good conversation, a little relaxation, nice food.
Well, why don't you let her decide that?
I think I am.
Well, why don't you guys give her a chance, huh? Miss Lily, what's your pleasure?
Well, I'm not really up for a party. I'd like to stick around and see what happens with Rod.
Well, who said anything about a party? I was talking about a little quiet dinner, just, you know, someplace nearby.
Oh, so Lily, you have to eat, and there's not really going to be very much news on Rod so quickly.
Okay, well, you and Pam should come along, too. It's our treat, though. We have to show you a little bit of Oakdale hospitality.
All right.
I don't know what to say. I know how you feel about Josh. It's a lot to sort out all at once.
Well, it's not going to change the past, but I am grateful to him for saving Lily's life.
I think you have grown a foot since I left for New York.
Now look at him. Doesn't he look just like Craig?
Well, he
Come on, Lila. I was comparing their baby photos.
Yeah.
They're identical.
Well, he's so big and he's so handsome. Look at you.
Yeah.
Hi.
Oh, I came by early. I'm sorry about that, but I wanted to know, would you mind keeping him for a while? Because I want to go by the hospital and see Lily and check on Rod.
Oh, you kidding? Of course he can stay here. No, that was a very brave thing Rod did.
Yeah, how are you?
Hello. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I'm so happy for you, too.
I'm the happiest.
I bet.
Yeah.
You know, we're all counting on you to go to the altar week after next. That's why we're having the party tonight.
Oh, wow, everybody's early. Listen, I just put the sauce on, so why don't you pour some wine or something?
Okay.
Hey, Slugger.
Okay. Here we go. Who's at the door? Do you want to go see who's at the door? Huh?
Hello. We're looking for Lila Montgomery.
Yes, well, I'm Lila Montgomery.
Oh. Well, maybe we better introduce ourselves. We're Joe and Maureen Peretti.
Oh, of course you are. Well, welcome.
Well, at first I didn't know when I saw the baby.
Oh, no, that's my baby.
Yes,
my baby.
This is my daughter-in-law, my grandson. Brian.
Oh, he's adorable.
Oh, thanks.
Yes. Well,
Papa, what are you doing? Oh, good to see you. What are you doing here so soon?
Well, you said round up the family. The minute you said the wedding was coming up so soon, I started packing. Got the first flight out.
Wow.
You heard of the Starlight Motel?
Yeah. Oh, well, you're not going to stay there. You're going to stay right here.
Yeah, right here.
Oh, no, Lila, we can't do
Well,
that.
no, because we had planned on having you here at the house for the wedding and festivities and everything. Really, I insist.
Well, I see it's a big house, but do you have room for all of us?
All of you?
us? Okay, this is it. Come on in. We told him to wait till we
Hey, this is my Lila right here.
Oh,
Here you go.
nice to meet you. Oh, you are beautiful. We knew you would be. Fresh mozzarella and sun-dried tomatoes. Sean and Michael, they couldn't be here till next week. They'll bring the rest of the kids.
The rest? Come on, friends. What do you think? Let's do the Is it a big dog? Yours? No.
I'd have come sooner, but I heard that your visitors were limited to just family.
Oh, well, you know that I always think of you as part of my family, and I always will. How you doing?
I'm keeping busy. Works most of the time.
But when you see Sabrina and Seth together?
Yeah, it's hard. You know, it's funny. I used to have such a problem with Seth's anger, and now I don't seem to be able to handle my own. It just feels wrong to be so angry with someone that I loved so much and with my own sister. But I take it one day at a time, and it gets better every day. How about you? How are you?
Me? Oh, well, I'm feeling wonderful. I mean, who wouldn't? I'm just around here. I have nothing to do. I got all this attention. I have such wonderful visitors. Oh, by the way, Josh has been in here to see me almost every day. I know that he was a source of a lot of arguments between you and Seth, and You were really right about him. You know, what he told us was the truth. His mother finally admitted that he had been very, very badly beaten as a young boy.
Well, I never doubted that.
Hello, sweetheart. I didn't know you were here.
Hi.
Emma, I'll come back later.
No, no, no. No, don't leave. I have to get to Lila's anyway.
Oh, we had a very nice visit, thank you. Would you give Lila and Casey my best?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
Take care.
I will. You too.
All right.
Okay.
See you, Daddy.
See ya. A little longer. Next time, I hope.
Yeah, maybe.
That's a very, very lovely daughter you have there, Dr. Hughes. 2 very lovely daughters.
How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling much better after all this wonderful care I've been getting here. And I'm ready to go home.
When you do, you know things will have to change. You can't go back to pushing yourself the way you did before your heart objected.
Yes. John told me that.
May not be easy for you when you're used to running your own show and playing all the parts. Fortunately, you have Seth.
Yes, I'm very lucky. I can depend on him, though. I do think it's time that he got on with his life.
But farming is his life, isn't it? At least an important part of it.
I'm not so sure that it should be. There are other things that he wants to do, you know, and I really don't want him to just work the farm out of a sense of loyalty. I can't tell you how badly I feel about all this business with Franny.
Kim and I are trying to be sensitive to everybody's feelings. This had to happen. It's good that it happened before the wedding, rather than after. I just wish that Franny had been spared some of the pain.
We all do. I hope you know that Sabrina and Seth are feeling some of Franny's pain.
Hi. And this is my dad, Marina Giocoretti, my Aunt Serafina, my Aunt Adeline.
Hi, you're right, she is better man. Hi.
Who are you?
I'm Aunt Serafina.
Uncle Casey, should we get the stuff from the car?
Oh, yeah, go get it.
Okay, come on, let's go.
Whoa.
Where am I?
More intros. Margot, come here. This is Lila's daughter, Margot Hughes. This is my mom and dad, Marina Giocoretti. My Aunt Serafina, my Aunt Adeline.
Nice to meet you. I'm Aunt Adeline, and I'll help you, okay? You have a lot of work to do.
Daughter? Why, you and Margot could be sisters.
Say thank you, Margot.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Margot.
I bet you're wondering where you're going to sleep tonight.
Yeah!
Aren't we all wondering?
Now, listen, Dad and I will take the couch.
No,
we insist. No argument.
No, you're going to take my room, and that's all there is to it. And then the aunties can stay in Casey's room tonight.
Yeah.
Then where will Uncle Casey sleep? Yeah.
Right. Okay, you guys can sleep in with Uncle Casey tonight. Yeah. And then Aunt Serafina and Aunt Adelaide.
That's my room. I won't be staying here tonight.
Uh-huh. Okay, you want to see where it is?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Okay, let's go.
Joe, will you unpack for us? I want to help Casey in the kitchen.
You'll if you need me, all right? Ma, you want to do some chopping?
Oh, I think so.
Hey, Tom, you want to hold Benny Boom Bots here?
Absolutely.
Here we go.
Yo, Bob.
Bye, baby.
How you doing? How you doing? Look who's over there. Who's over there?
Hi.
It's nice, isn't it? Big family. You want to say hi to this guy?
Oh, I sure do.
I don't know if I'm going to give him up, but...
You would come to me?
There you go.
Hello there. Hello there, honey. You look so confused, and I don't blame you. Oh, look what I have here. I got your rattle right here, though.
Maybe I can tell what they're thinking, isn't it?
Yeah. I guess you had quite the conversation with Christopher this afternoon.
Well, I did. 1-year-olds, you know, they're easy. They don't pick out the flaws in your logic or correct your grammar, even if it ain't no good.
No, it isn't. Especially when you told him that our marriage would have been saved if you hadn't gone to D.C.
Why'd you do it?
Well, he believed me, I mean. So did Brian. It's true.
It doesn't help to go over what we might have done. We did what we did. We gotta forget it and go on.
Can you forget what we had? I mean, I can't. I even thought I caught a glimmer of recollection on the flight back from New York with you.
It was fun to be able to laugh with you again, yes. I don't like feeling tense when you're in the same room with Dad.
And we like to laugh, don't we, Brian? Don't we? We like to laugh a lot.
Look, whatever relationship we managed to come up with, it will never be the same as what it was. I mean, it's pointless to even think that you can hold on to what used to be when it can never be again.
You know, I really just, I can't believe
Excuse me,
that.
I have to get there. I'm expecting a call. Hello? Speaking? What? I am on my way. Mama?
What is it?
James Steinbeck. He's on the ridge behind Lucinda's. He's trying to kidnap Paul, and John's up there with him.
Oh, my God. Well, be careful.
We will.
Be careful.
Margaret, fine.
All right.
I tried to stop it. I don't know why Detective Munson says we've got to stay in here. What good are we here when we should be out trying to do something? Andy! I thought I had stopped it, and then John came home and said that the boys were riding out there. And fate seems to have played into James' hands once again.
We have both known for weeks that James has been controlling each of us, and we didn't say a word to each other, Lucinda.
I know. I almost spoke to you today, earlier. Really, I did. Oh, Barbara, no. I never would have helped him. I would never would I help him take your child away from you.
I believe you.
Still no sign of anything from the terrace.
Look, you tell me something. Paul didn't know his father was coming.
I'm positive he didn't.
On purpose to
Look,
meet his father.
he said he would
Andy.
never go away with his dad again. And he said he was afraid that you would get hurt in all of this.
So why didn't he come back with you? Why didn't he run away and come back?
I don't know. I was halfway down the hill when I realized he wasn't with me. I'm sorry.
They're all waiting for us in here. Yeah, here we are.
Darling.
Where is he? Where's Paul?
There's no sign of Steinbeck or Paul, but the search parties are out now, Barbara. Don't worry, we'll find them.
We won't find him. We won't find him, I told you. James would come back by force and take Paul away if he had to. That's exactly what's happened, Hal.
I don't think so, Barbara. As I was coming around, I heard Paul say that he would go with his father wherever he wanted him to go. Something about starting a new life. Sounded as if he was going of his own free will to me.
This portion of As the World Turns has been brought to you today by Ivory. There's a pure, natural kind of clean when you lather up with Ivory. And by Cascade, powder and liquid Cascade for virtually spotless dishes. We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment. And now part 2 of As the World Turns.
So, turns out it's going to be a pretty good year after all. Now that the harvest is in, we ought to get a couple checks from the Farmers Co-op, and I know that that's going to take care of the mortgage for the wintertime. And Hank Argo says that he thinks that the government subsidies are going to be increased this year, so we're...
You make it sound really very hopeful. You know, I've been thinking, sweetheart, when I come home, we're going to have to go through some of that equipment and see what needs to be repaired. And...
No, I want you to just relax about that, okay?
Yes, even thinking about such things is forbidden. I've heard your doctor's orders, and I've promised Seth I'd help hold you to them.
You should see Sabrina these days. She's quite a hayseed.
Yes, I am. I'm very handy.
You'd be very proud of her.
Well, that's very nice. But Sabrina's a wonderful artist, and she should be painting. And you're a very, very gifted writer. And you, young man, should be writing.
I am. At night, if you can believe that. As a matter of fact, with any luck, I ought to have the first rough draft of my novel done by the holidays.
Oh, Seth, that's wonderful. That's really very exciting.
But you know, sweetheart, you shouldn't just be writing at night. You should be writing most of the time. I don't want you to think of the farm as your future now.
I don't want you to worry about the farm, okay?
Franny came by earlier.
She and I talked last night. We're making a small step toward a peaceful coexistence.
Yeah, well, I don't think we really need to get into that now. I want you to rest. And I don't want you to worry about the farm. It's no big deal, especially now that Holden's back.
You know, Seth, Holden was talking about getting a job, and I think he should. It worries me.
Worrying's against the rules, too.
Seth, has Holden told Lily about what he knew?
I doubt it.
I don't understand that. When he left here last night, he was on his way to tell her. Oh, sweetheart, would you make sure he doesn't put that off any longer?
Well, I've said as much as I can to Holden, Mama. The rest is up to him.
Hey, Holden, how could you let this precious little lady out of your sight long enough for her to be kidnapped, huh? Well, Hey, I guess it's a good thing that you didn't go right into her rescue, because then you'd be lying there instead of that poor
Actually, Lance, I was out looking for her all night, all right? And if I ever run into James Steinbeck, he's a dead man.
Don't talk like that, Holden.
I'm sorry.
Oh, Lily, I heard you were back. I just want to see you for myself. Hello.
I'm fine, but it's Rod that's not too well.
They said, well, he just got out of surgery, and they said if he makes it through the next 24 hours that he has a chance.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just thank God he found you. You remember Lance?
Hi.
Hi.
Good to see you again. You know, good looks sure running your family.
Thanks.
Are you going to come out to dinner with us, Sierra?
Oh, I don't think I can. I left Brian at Lila's, and they're having a little get-together to make plans for the wedding, which I'll tell you all about later.
Okay.
Listen, Lance, I'll just drive you over to the Lakeview Towers rather than explain on my way to pick up Pam from Meg's, okay?
I'd appreciate it.
Pam is at Meg's?
Pam is at Meg's. I told you that Meg was very upset, and Pam went over there to talk to her.
Well, I've got to go. Okay, see you later.
And you too, Holden?
Sierra, can I talk to you for a minute?
Yeah, sure.
See ya.
Well, I'm so glad things are more relaxed between you and Lily.
Yeah, we have a long way to go.
Yeah, well, not as far as my mother and she.
Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I've been urging Lily to speak to Lucinda.
Yeah, well, she tried. And I guess they'll work it out eventually.
Yeah, have you heard anything about Craig?
Well, I spoke with Detective Hoyt, and he's working with another man now in Greece. I don't know how to explain this to you, but I just have a feeling that they're getting closer and closer to finding him.
There are two search parties, one's going in from the north, one from the south. If they're there, they should find him.
What exactly did James Steinbeck say to you about Craig?
His words were that he would make Sierra a widow if I didn't give in to his demands.
What were his demands?
At first, he just wanted money. He had a schedule, a timetable, and I delivered 2 packets of money, 2 envelopes, to a locker in a bus station in Harper's, but that was ages and ages ago.
So that must be when he was staying at the Stewart cabin. Harper's not far from there. Now, Lucinda, why didn't you call the police immediately?
I didn't call the police because I was instructed not to call the police. I was instructed not to tell anyone. Not my husband. No one. I did what I did for my daughter Sierra's sake and for my little grandson.
Right. We're just finishing up. Right. Oh, one more thing. Check all the local airports, particularly Oakdale and Lakeville. Any small suspicious private plane wants to take off, ground them until we check them out. Okay.
Where did you meet with Steinbeck?
I met him at the penthouse.
Tonio Reyes' penthouse? Why did he want to meet you there?
I have no idea, but well, clearly Tonio is in cahoots with James.
Or he wanted you to think that he was. He might have wanted you to meet him there because he used to live there and he knows it inside and out.
Well, looks like we have more questions for Tonio.
Yes. Did he ever tell you anyone else that he was in contact with?
Only Tonio.
Did you ever see Tonio and James together?
No, obviously. I mean, I didn't. Well, I guess I'm guilty, aren't I, of withholding evidence. You gonna press charges?
Hell, I can't stand this anymore. We have to do something to find Paul.
Barbara, we're doing everything that we can.
You know, if Barbara and Paul hadn't been covering for James all these weeks, none of this would have happened.
Yeah, I do know. Maybe I should have pressured her when I found out Paul wasn't at Hillsborough.
You knew? We were hoping that they might lead us to James if we didn't tip our hand.
Well, they would have if Paul hadn't slipped out on us. You were right about Lucinda.
Hal and I think that Emily's been in touch with James, too.
Miss Stewart, Sorry to frighten you. I just wondered how long you were going to stay tonight.
Well, I'm not sure. Ms. Ryan wanted me to wait for her to get back, and I really have quite a bit of work to do still.
Okay. I'll be outside if you need me.
Thank you. Barbara, why don't you call me? Hello, Fashions.
Emily, Paul and I are waiting.
Paul's with you?
Yes, I'm in a phone booth on the road in Ruxton Hills near the Andropolis house. I want you to meet us there. You know where it is. The lights may be out, because Nick doesn't have the generator working, but then I think you look very beautiful in the candlelight. Are you packed and ready?
Yes, James. I'm all ready.
Good. Paul and I are very anxious to see you. Make sure you're not followed.
I'll see you guys later.
Are you going to leave too?
Actually, I'm going out to the farm to change my clothes, but I decided first that I'm going to stop by Lucinda's and ask her for my job back again.
Holden, do you think that's wise? I mean, considering how she feels about you?
Well, that's what I'm going to straighten out. I got to try and convince her that I didn't try to turn Lily against her, that it was just the exact opposite.
Yeah, well, I think you should concentrate on telling Lily the truth before she hears it from somebody else.
I will. All right? Right after dinner.
Right.
I'll do it.
Okay, good.
Hopefully, I'll tell her that I have a job.
Bye.
Bye.
I just wanted to tell you that I'm leaving.
Okay.
I'm really confused about all of this. I mean, I can't think of him as much, but he did risk his life for me today.
I know. I think I can understand how you're feeling.
And even when he got shot, he told me to run. I mean, I didn't know what it all meant, and I'm very confused, very mixed up.
Me too. But I think we both want him to pull through. So, why don't you get home and get some rest?
No, I'm gonna go out with those guys, really. And Holden said he wanted to talk to me about something that's bothering him, so I'll be okay.
All
I'll
right.
be fine.
Well, if you need me, let me know.
Sure. Bye.
Bye.
Ready?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Ivor, aren't you about ready to call it a day?
Oh, just about, but I want to go see Mama. I want to check on my cousin.
I was just on the phone with Lila. Apparently, Margot got a phone call there and we learned that James tried to kidnap Paul out on the ridge at my mother's house. I'm going to go out there now. I'm sure my mother's freaking out this morning.
Andy's supposed to be with Paul. I'll go with you.
The baby is asleep.
It's quite a storm out there. I hope Marco's going to be all right at this.
Don't worry. Marvel says she called.
Where's your mother?
She's making dessert.
We already had dessert made.
She's making more.
Oh, Casey. Whoa, shh. Quiet. Baby's sleeping. Come see the big tent in your bedroom.
The tent in my bedroom.
You made it out of your sheets.
Made it out of your sheets. I got a feeling it looks like a war zone up there. Go on up and be quiet. I'll be up in a minute, all right?
I'll look at your tent. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, I've been thinking that we really have to give my room to your parents, you know.
No, come on. We need some privacy. They'll be fine on the couch.
Privacy in this house with these kids running all over the place? Yeah.
You're right. Why don't you take the couch and I'll sneak down and say hello.
Okay, that's it. Your grandmother Rose will be here tomorrow. She's coming with Sean and Lorraine.
Oh, that's great. I'm glad she's feeling up to it. My grandma, she's 84. She's been in a nursing home since my grandpa died. You know, she's got a little bit of arthritis, so she can't climb stairs, so she'll have to sleep on the couch.
Okay.
Yeah, well, there's still the porch and the garage, right?
That's great. You guys should look at it.
Oh, boy, we'll probably need it tomorrow with all the happy campers coming in, you know?
Lila, what shall I put the Zabaglione in?
The Zeppel. Oh, I know what you mean. I'll show you. You think we should put an individual dish in? Okay.
I always test it. Right.
So funny, Red. The invasion of the Paredes?
Oh, I love your family. No, I was just thinking about you putting the baby to bed. What, are you practicing? Is that it?
Oh, no. Lila's made it clear. She's had all the family she's gonna have.
Does that bother you?
No, she's all that I ever need.
Come on, boys, dessert.
Uncle Casey!
Quiet.
Uncle Casey!
Be quiet, the baby is sleeping.
The faucet came off from my
What do you
hands.
mean it came off in your hand?
The bathtub's running over.
Bathtub's running over?
Come on.
You know, I still can't believe you're a grandmother.
Mother, I don't understand. You were in contact with James. Couldn't you have gone to the police?
Darling, take another sip, all right? As I told you, I couldn't do it because James's men in Greece are the ones that are holding Craig hostage. And he said that he would have Craig killed.
Steinbeck is holding Craig hostage?
He said he was, so he had leverage over Lucinda.
So, Mother, you telling me that the calls, the leads from Detective Hoyt, they...
Sierra,
I think they're legitimate.
James could have been responsible for those calls.
Excuse me, I just can't believe you didn't tell me about this, Mother.
Honey.
I'm gonna go home. Paul may be trying to contact me.
Barbara, let me call the station and I'll follow you.
Barbara?
I think I can help the police. I think I know where James is hiding.
No.
What?
I don't want the police to find him now. Don't you understand? Paul could be caught in the crossfire. And you know James. He isn't above using his own son in order to protect himself and get away.
Cold in here. Hungry? Need something to eat? Huh? Look, you'll feel better when Emily gets here.
You would have killed Andy's father.
It's in there. Everything's gonna be just fine. Thank God you finally got here.
James must have called. I'm sorry I dragged you all the way down like this. I just think it might help if I took a little work home.
Barbara, I thought that we were coming down here so you could check on Emily.
Well, yes, but she apparently is gone, so...
She didn't come out the front way.
All right, let's go check the back exit.
Steve's house, Rooks Hills. God is gone. Steve's house. She must have gone out the back way. It's not double locked.
Well, yeah, so much for that great evening that I planned.
Oh, come on, Dad. All that matters is you're okay.
Look, I'm sorry you had to get involved with this thing, Andrew. I just hope you can put it out of your mind one day.
Well, I'm not going to do that until I know Paul's okay.
I'm sure that Margot will keep us posted. What do you say we hit the road for home?
Yeah, let's go. Be good, Paul.
We'll see you.
Good night, Paul.
Bye-bye now.
Bye. Look, listen, I gotta get going, too. If anything should happen or...
Oh, of course. Yes, you'll be the first to know. Do you think that charges will be pressed against me?
Up to the DA's office.
We'll talk about that tomorrow.
All right, tomorrow.
All right. Lucinda.
Yeah.
I know Sierra was kind of upset when she left.
Yeah, I noticed.
Give her my love, will you? Good night, John.
Yeah.
Dear? How's the face?
You know, I wish you had told me about all of this before.
Me too. Well, what are you doing?
I'm going down to the police station. I want to be there when they bring Steinbeck in. Okay?
Great, I'll drive you,
No,
darling.
wait a minute. I have a lot of thinking to do about a lot of things, okay? You could tell Matthew could move some of my things. If you need anything, Lucinda, you call Ambrose, all right?
Oh. Oh, I see. All right. Thank you, James Steinbeck. Oh, I could kill you, James Steinbeck. Hello. Have I reached the executive club? Good. Put me through to Mr. Reyes, please. Tonio, darling? Yes, it's me. I didn't think that I'd be using this telephone number that you gave me, but I'm so glad you gave it to me. You said earlier this evening you had a proposition for me, that you would kill James Steinbeck if I could tell you where to find him. Well, I think that you and I can do business, because I think I know where James is hiding out.
Paul? How you doing, huh?
Guess you made up your mind after all, huh?
Here, take this on. Take off that wet jacket, don't you catch cold. You, I'll keep warm personally.
It's no use, boss. Can't get that damn generator to work.
Well, listen, do something because we can see our breath in here. It's so cold.
What's the point? The copter's gonna be here in an hour anyway.
We're gonna freeze to death first. Get it working.
All right, I'll try again, but I'm gonna have to borrow the kid to hold the flashlight. Come on, bucko. Grab this, let's go. Get your jacket off. It's cold down there.
Emily, what's the matter? Why am I not seeing the excitement? Come on, the pleasure. It's all about to happen. Everything we've worked for, everything we've dreamt of.
James, you can't take Paul with you.
What are you talking about? Paul is the center of my plan along with you.
Can't you see how frightened he is, James? He doesn't want to leave his family. He doesn't want to leave his friends. It's different with me. And I'm not so completely sure I want to leave.
Yes, you are. Of course you are. You love me. The three of us are going to have this wonderful life together.
I am not going with you unless you promise to leave Paul here.
Have you lost your mind? Paul is what it's all about. Paul is the reason for my empire. Paul is the reason for going on. Paul is the reason for everything. Don't you realize that?
James, he doesn't have to be. I'm carrying your child now. I'll give you a son to replace Paul, all right?
Stay tuned for Guiding Light, next on most of these CBS stations. Handbags and Belts by Oscar de la Renta. This is Dan Reed.